scraps back in the garage. Nick, what are we doing?
We're doing something that I've wanted and we've known needs to be done for a long time. We're making this thing sound like one of our rigs, not a lawnmower anymore.
Exactly. We've had stock exhaust on this thing since the day it was built. So, doesn't really sound the part. And the other mowers we've gotten there and done the exhaust, but Nick has been at the back of the pack for sound, right?
Yeah. Tony's seems to be sneaking his in here a little more.
Yeah.
I keep asking if we can get this thing in there. I found this nice KTM muffler, and you guys have all heard how good Tony's mower Magnum sounds there. I'm just hoping that this thing makes it sound anything like that.
It is, dude. We know what an opposed twin can sound like. Musty's got somewhat of an exhaust. We're gonna get it done. Let's get right in. We gotta get all the old crap torn out and see where we can start.
Activities.
Okay, let's start doing this. Wow, opens up so much room.
All right, it's time to prep our muffler. Something we do with all of our mufflers because we get used once, and most of the time the reason people are throwing them out is because they are just absolutely packed full of oil. Doesn't really matter what kind of engine it was on, a 2-stroke, a 4-stroke. They all, if the engine gets worn out, dumps oil down, it gets in the muffler. So you can see everything is just covered in oil. So we're gonna pull out all this fiberglass packing, repack it with just some steel wool because it's cheap, easy to get, and we can do it over and over again if we need to. Another thing we like to do is this center baffle here. We like to take some of the fiberglass, just exhaust wrap, and get that wrapped around this baffle pipe, and then pack the steel wool in around it. And we're not going for an exact science here. We're kind of experimenting and just trying to make something that quiets it down and sounds good. Get it gutted, repacked, and I'll show you what that looks like. You can see Nick's just getting this wrapping done. Just using some tie wire, nothing too fancy. As you guys might see me pop in there, got a couple little laid out slugs here that will thread into the heads of the engine. And then a bash bar off a Harley Davidson, but nice chrome tube piping. So we'll be making some headers with that, which you guys will be seeing nice and shortly. Toss you guys back up to the time lapse. Coming along, we got our crossover tube in. So that tube just slides right over that little slug that you guys saw that I lathed. So we just got to figure out how to connect this side into the 180 that swoops around into the back of the mower and then connects up to the muffler. The muffler's going to sit somewhere up in the frame in there. Nick's just getting that all sorted out right now. As you can see, the muffler is sitting in its location because we wanted to make sure it was sitting where we wanted it so that we could run the rest of the pipes and have something solid mounted here, and we're working on something solid mounted over on this end. So fill in the gap. We have this pipe, which is smaller than we'd like. It's smaller than the rest of the tubing we're using. We're using 1 1/4 on the rest of the tubing here, and this is about 1 inch. So this is gonna get upgraded in the future because even if it's not restricting, it just looks better to have all the same tubing. So we gotta finish up a couple pieces down on this end, finish off the piece that flows it into the second pipe, and then get our mid pipe in here essentially, and get everything solid mounted, and we should be good, ready for a fire up.
Alright, so the idea is to connect these two tubes together. We are thinking that the original idea was connecting this 90 to this pipe, but then this tube intersecting in would be hard, and it just wouldn't work right. You'd be coming in at a 90 degree to this tube, and the scavenging just wouldn't work. So my thought is having this one free flow and having this other one flow into it, so that they're both essentially free flowing, or at least that's how I'm thinking about it. Again, if we had more of if we had pre-bent 90s and 45s, this would be perfect, but we use what we have because that's just what we've always done, and well, that's just how it goes. We've been getting some work done, and we've been trying so hard. We only had a certain amount of this chrome tubing, and I'm talking we're down to, this is all we have, so we can't screw it up. I don't know why we do this to ourselves, but we don't have enough material to do the job right, so we're doing the job right with the material that we have.
With what we got.
We didn't screw it up, and that's all that matters. Okay, if you come in nice and close, you can see where we have made our marks for our entrance hole, which sounds kind of weird, but everyone's got an entry hole.
And an exit.
And an exit, true that, Nick, true that. So as you can see, that's going to go in there. I'm sorry, my hand's kind of in the way. So what we're going to be doing is taking this pipe off, cutting that all out of there, placing that on there. That's what we want. So a lot of work. Again, like we said, with the right materials, this would have just been super fast and easy. For the next ones we do, we'll be doing some more pre-bent stuff, probably, most likely. Anyways, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Look at her shine. The 2 into 1. Damn. Time to get that installed, eh, Nick?
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then let's fire this thing up.
Right now.
Let's do it. Check that out.
That's awesome.
The 2 to 1. All the way back. Full back exhaust on the mower. So if you're wondering how we're actually connecting it, because remember these had the thread in, we threaded that in, laid out these pieces, and then these are press fit over a tube in there so that everything is nice and tight. It shakes the whole mower. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So with the opposed twins, as you might notice, staggered heads. They don't just go exactly out from each other. One's higher than the other. So we went from the high side down to the low side. And that was the move, I believe. Unreal. Yeah. Nick, buddy.
That's
nice. Big Nick.
This is a big moment.
This is a huge moment.
We're here. Fresh exhaust is in. As you saw, pipes.
Man, that looks so good.
It looks amazing.
It looks awesome.
And I love seeing the
tip out the rear.
tip out the rear. This is it.
This is the moment.
The moment we've all been waiting for.
That's muffled. Wow. Dude, I love that, man. Give me a little one here. Dude, finally. Unreal. Fresh exhaust. All right. That is our rendition of an opposed twin exhaust. One of them anyways. We actually do have another YouTube video on the channel on Musty's exhaust. It's the same thing, but different. So if you got two kind of opinions or two, same opinion.
You get to see it twice in two different ways.
Exactly. Exactly what Nick says. But we're really happy with this. The sound it comes out the rear. It sounds good. It's not a lawnmower sound anymore, which is the biggest.
It's kind of crazy how different it does sound.
Right.
It's going to be nice. Hopefully you guys will notice it in the videos.
Yeah, exactly. And like you guys saw how we packed the muffler there, we could take out packing or add more, but like it's right in that note where like he can hope. We're gonna see once you're mobbing down the trail if the drone's really bad or whatever. But these things are noisy. They're loud. That's what they are.
We're used to that noise.
Anyways. We'll catch you guys in the next YouTube video. If you want to see anything else on off-road mowers, scroll down the channel and you're going to love what you see. Peace.
See you next time. Well, unfortunately, with this upgrade, we have to say goodbye to the little cooker for now.
For now. Thing cooked a lot of corn dogs and pizza pockets and.
I'm requesting a second cooker.
Oh
eventually
shit!
Built around the new exhaust header.
Okay, we can do it.
This one, I think, is gonna have to go in the scrap.
Okay, buddy.